Today here at Glenelg Grove in the Lockyer Valley in Queensland, we're looking at spring onions that have been treated with various treatments in a trial to control downy mildew. Presently, Zorvec Enicade is sold into onions and various other crops around Australia for downy mildew control. As we evolve Zorvec Enicade, we're using mixtures of other products with Zorvec Enicade to help manage resistance. In this case, we're looking at a mixture of Zorvec together with Mancozeb. Zorvec has group 49 mode of action, OSBPI inhibitor, and Mancozeb has group M3 mode of action, multi-site mode of action. By putting the two together, we're combining two strong actives for downy mildew control, which will help mitigate resistance. So it's critical for the fruit and vegetable industries in Australia to maintain effective strong modes of action like the Group 49 products. Zorvec is the first of those. There are other registrants that are coming. That mode of action is very, very strong for downy mildew control, which is a very important disease for a variety of crops around Australia, including onions like here in the Lockyer Valley. In terms of resistance, by putting combinations of other treatments with that mode of action, then we can reduce the risk considerably. There's two key factors that go together. One is the product itself that's being used, and if it's a single site product, then it generally has high risk mode of action. And then the other thing is the pest or the disease that you're applying to. In this case, downy mildew is moderate to high risk for development of resistance as well. So when you put the high risk mode of action together with high risk in the pest, then you've got a tricky scenario where you really need to manage it by combinations and alternation with other modes of action in the sequences of treatments that people use in the field. In other crops, people are looking to rely on the use of Zorvec as a strong treatment to stop downy mildew, particularly as they're going towards harvesting and getting ready to send products to market. That's fine, provided that it's not the only one that's used. It needs to be used in alternation and also in combinations, as is listed on the label, so that resistance doesn't develop when it's the one that's used last prior to sending to market. There are resistance management guidelines as well, which suggest the number of treatments. In the case of Zorvec, it's going to be 2. Also, when it's used in the cycle as well. So there are treatments that are high risk that are not recommended for use last in the crop, or then followed by the same treatment first in the subsequent crop, where people have multiple cropping cycles. There are some very clear guidelines written by CropLife, which are on the Zorvec Enicade label, which suggest the number of treatments per crop and then the number of treatments per year if there are multiple crops, and those are very clear on the label. So people should really adhere to those to stop the development of resistance to the Group 49 mode of action, because it is just so useful for downy mildew control. In the case of these onions, in the last few weeks we've had really, really wet conditions, and I guess the best thing that people can do is try to use strong treatments when they've got the conditions that are really conducive to downy mildew infection, and Zorvec Enicade is the strongest treatment for managing downy mildew infection.